As they say, blanket, we'll do it live. So here we are, guys. We're live. We're back. We are in the flow of things. You know why? Because I thought, why the hell not? Let's just go live. Yes, and you can comment, and I will just like the old days, just like how we used to do it. And you know why we're doing this? To do the show. There we go. All right, no, we're back and rolling now. No, we're back in gear. Um, yeah, just a happy queen bee, happy life. That is for darn sure. So, hey everybody, good to have you here. We are going to do another schedule format change. And so here's what we're going to do. And this is all Queen Bee suggestions. So if it doesn't work out, then it's 100% Queen Bee's fault. We are going to do 2 videos a week and just the normal videos. We're going to do them on Monday and Friday. Wednesday at around 5-ish, where this is our first test run here. We're going to see if we can get anybody. We're throwing a line in the water, and we're going to see if it can catch some fish here at 5 o'clock and see if anybody's around at 5. If not, might move it to 5:30 or 6. What might be a little easier and more palatable for people if they are driving home, wrapping up their day, or doing the thing. I had nothing planned for the show, so I was going to interact with y'all, and if y'all showed up, and we're going to dive right in. So this is the Go Show. For anyone who's just checking this thing out, this is the Go Show. We celebrate all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. And we talk realistically about our outdoor world. Like right now, it is hot as hell outside. It is absolutely brutal. It's ridiculous outside. It's not even fun. I don't know what the hell happened earlier in this week. If you're not in the valley, if you're not in Arizona, you haven't seen this before. And I haven't seen it before. Usually we have something called a haboob, and that's fun to say because you can get away with saying haboob. And in what a haboob is a giant wall of dust. It's a big dust storm, just comes flying through the valley. Like you can see it in the distance, and there's time lapse shots you can see from a distance, like the city skyline. It's unbelievable. Just engulfs the entire city. And then it's a big giant dust storm, wind, dust. It's awful. And then usually during monsoon season, there's some rain afterwards, and then it just goes away. It's really cool, right? Earlier in this week, I don't know what it was. It was like a haboob came and just stopped. It's like it lost its wind propulsion. Did you guys check that out? It is almost like it lost its wind propulsion. There was nothing there. Nothing. It was just dust. I got in the truck and I had to hit the windshield wipers just to get the dirt off of it. Yeah. Just to get the dirt off the dang thing. So, yeah, it was it's just weird. And so getting in the outdoors is not even it's not even healthy at this point. Like our outdoor world is literally the healthiest thing you can do. It's a health. It's what your body was meant to do. Absorb all that vitamin D, get the exercise, the fresh air, all of that. That is the physical and mental and emotional health of that. They call it outdoor bathing. It's so foreign now. Oh, do you want to go forest bathing? That means taking a walk, taking a hike in the forest, which we're meant to do. Desert bathing. It's like taking a walk in the desert, taking a hike. It's what we're meant to do. And right now, at this point, it ain't healthy to do. I ain't tell you, this Go Show. The Go stands for get outdoors. Go outside. Go outdoors. Whatever you want it to be, because this is Mark. You do whatever the hell you want. But breathing air out there is no fun right now. Arizona is just saying, you know what? Why don't you sit a few plays out? You had a nice hunting season. You had a really nice. You got a freezer full of food. Why don't you just sit a few plays out? Maybe once a week, go fishing or something like that. Maybe do it that way. Yes, this is live. If you guys are just jumping on, it is very live. And there she is. What's up, Rhonda? Yeah, like really live. See, I see you there. Mm-hmm. Really live. And we're talking about, if you just jumped on already, we're talking about just how gross it is just to go outside. And this is my passion, my life, my world, my everything is being outdoors. I love being outdoors. And then there's the world of like a corporate job and things like that. And then you go outside and you're like, oh, yeah, I don't even want to put in the effort. And that's what it comes down to at this point. It's like, what will you do to go outside? Are you going to, no risk it, no biscuit? You're going to go out there and just say, okay, man, allergies be damned. Lungs be damned. I'm going to go out and I am going to try to do something outdoors. Paddleboard, fishing, hiking. Oh, yes. Yes, it has been a while. So what we are doing around this, we're going to go around this time on Wednesdays. I know it's Thursday, but on Wednesdays, because we had a show Wednesday loaded up. So we're going to do a video Monday, video Friday, live show every Wednesday, and we'll work on the time. This might not be the right time. Who knows? We'll see. If the algorithm picks it back up and more people see it and jump on, we'll do it 5 o'clock on Wednesdays, maybe 5:30, stretch it out. But we'll do a half hour, hang out, chat, see what's going on, see what's good, and talk about what we won't talk about. It's okay. We won't talk about the Dodgers. We won't talk about baseball so much. But we will talk about how hard it is to get outside right now. So if you want to risk it, you want to get outside, it's hard work. You have to make an effort. You got to go up north. You basically got to get out of town, or you got to be up at 3 a.m. and out and rolling. Because there's no way that heat catches up to you quick. That humidity, forget about it. Forget about it, man. Yeah. And Ron, that's right. Look, I'm an old man. And Queen Bee gets out of me. She's like, oh, you're old. Because Queen Bee's 5 years younger than me. I know she looks 15 years younger, but she's 5 years younger. And so I have for a while just been like, I don't want to go battle this. You're just being an old man. Oh, you're just being an old man. Right now, she's like, huh. She's on her phone. She's like looking through like Zillow and stuff. I wonder what Colorado is like right now. Yeah. Whew. She's like, dude, Utah? How's Utah this time of year? Texas, where do we want to go? Because right now it's brutal. And that's a native Arizonan. This is nothing she is not used to. And I went to high school here and I'm used to this. And I, do the outdoor stuff all the time, the conservation stuff, all that. Damn. But what is coming up is dove season. That's right. Dove season is coming up. Doesn't matter. Don't care. I don't care if it is another Dust Bowl. I don't care. I'm going dove hunting. So excited for opening day. That's actually a work day for me. That's a school day for Uncle Mike. I will be going to work afterwards, but I will 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m., be at my spot ready to go. And thank you, former Senator Kerr, now the director of agriculture here in Arizona, and now candidate, a Republican running mate for Andy Biggs for lieutenant governor. And just so you know, and this isn't politics, this is just Arizona, big change in Arizona. We had a governor and a secretary of state. Now we have a governor and a lieutenant governor for the first time ever. And our pal, Sina Kerr, has been tapped by the Republican Party to be Andy Biggs' running mate. So she's cool. Damn, she's cool. And we get to go punt. Hello. Hold on. Excuse me. We get to go hunt on her farm. So it's good. The dove hunt. Yeah. And then if you have kids, grandkids, anyone on the list, let's call it like 15-ish, because there's some young kids out there. The youth hunt is gratis. It's free. You get to get out on the 5th out at Abbott Robbins Butte in the West Valley. I will be there. Queen Bee will be there. We'll be out there volunteering and helping the children out. A lot of them on their first hunt. Years and years and years and years and years ago, we're going to call it 15. Yeah. 15 years ago, I took intern Sarah on her first hunt at that event. And I have been going ever since. I've missed a couple of years, here and there, brain surgeries and all. But I did, I go out there as much as I can, help the kids out, just, maybe be a safety ranger or something like that. Just help kids find birds, those kind of things. So it's very, very cool. So get over to azgfd.gov. It's .com now. Sorry. azgfd.com and check it out. Get signed up, get your people signed up, because it's a really cool event. There's it sounds let me just describe it for you and show you how awful it sounds. There's 40-ish, maybe 30 kids, most of them on their first hunt, all hunting in the same spot. Doesn't that sound horrible? So, whoa, safety 8th now? We're just going to go safety 8th? No, safety first. Still, this is this is the safe, awesome, fantastic event. No one's fearing for their lives except for the tough. Prince is playing in the background. No, they're all pointing the same way. They're in a big long line, like a couple hundred yards, spread out, all facing the same way and all shooting in the same direction. And they have people behind them. They have mentors behind them. They have safety rangers behind them. Game and Fish, the unit managers are there. The game wardens, they're there. And get over and get signed up. Please, if you have anybody that you're thinking, oh, man, they want to get their kids involved in hunting, they want to get the kids involved in the outdoors, do it. This is where we got the name Sarah 5-0. This is why we call intern Sarah 5-0. I think she went through 2 entire boxes of shells before she shot her first bird. That's 50 shells. Sarah 5-0. That's where it comes from. And I'll never forget. I was having so much fun just being behind my little girl, just watching her hunt. It's like being behind Beans and behind Nuge. Just so much fun as a dad, as a dunk in this case. And I was behind her. She beat it on the spurt. She just swinging with it. Boom, nailed it. And I said, Sarah, you got it. And she turned around, did one of these. She goes, mm-hmm. 50 shots. Woo! She couldn't move her arm the next day. She could not raise her right arm. And it was probably my fault because I didn't test her dominant eye. She should have been shooting left-handed. She shoots a bow left-handed. And she's a sniper. Her and Beans are stupid with a bow. It's unbelievable. It's not even fair. It's just not even fair. Let's see here. All right. You were in Wyoming at the beginning of July. It was warm there for there. All right. My in-laws have AC. All right. So we have no AC. Got it. Have her cool off nicely when the sun went down. Okay. What part of Wyoming? Because, I've been to Jackson Hole, like everyone in their uncle. And then there's Cheyenne, capital, right? But you think a capital have more people than, I think population was around 70,000? That seems a little country bumpkin town to me. I don't know. I lived in Jefferson City, Missouri for, I think, 9 months. Got the hell out. It was a little too country for this boy. Look, I'm a redneck and all, but that's redneckiness right there. That's bad. Whew. I mean, I saw this. They just had Beans. Beans was a little baby. Just looking at pickup trucks with just, a bunch of young men with limited teeth rolling through the streets in the back of a truck. And just like, that's her dating pool. No, we're good. Just getting the hell out of here. Going to Arizona. We're good. Never look back. Yeah, so Missouri's out of the question, but Wyoming was up there as well. The Dakotas, I'm kind of and then and so yeah, but I don't think we're gonna move. There will never be a time I think that Queen Bee and I won't have at least a place here. Arizona is just too near and dear to our heart. We love Arizona too much. It is it's the best state around. There is a lot of changing going on, so we're hoping it changes course and goes the right direction, but yeah, we'll see. But just being is say, all right, southwest corner, 3 miles off the border of Utah. You see, the funny thing is, if you put a gun to my head and ask me, does Wyoming border Utah? I am so geographically illiterate. I did 50-50 coin toss. I might die, I might not. Don't know. I'm geographically illiterate. And Utah's up there too. But Utah has that factor that maybe we're just letting that get to us. You understand? Queen Bee is not a conservative, politically conservative leaning person. I'm a libertarian, think both sides are idiots. And that's after 17 years of conservative talk radio. That taught me. Middle road, Constitution, libertarian. Let's just stick there and hide from everyone else because they're scary. That's why we do the outdoor show, because politics sucks. So yeah, just don't want to get into like a political state. Colorado's already off the rails left, not as far as Washington and in Oregon, but Colorado's just off the rails. So kind of cool. You know, Colorado's up there. Colorado's definitely an option for one of the properties of Mike Russell and Queen Bee. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, but windy. Wyoming's super windy, isn't it? Kind of like I used to live in Vegas. It was just whoo. Vegas. If come with me on this. If you've been to Vegas recently, or if you haven't been in a hot minute, I used to live there. Just briefly, about a year and a half. And I've lived all over. And if you take the downtown buildings in Phoenix, Arizona, and you turn them into casinos, it's Las Vegas. Maricopa County is Henderson. It's like Henderson. Well, no, was it Carson County? Yeah, it's just it's same. I remember when I lived there, people would ask me, they'd be like, Vegas has houses? Yeah, Vegas decidedly has houses. The people that work in the casinos don't live in the casinos. This isn't China. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, but but the heat was worse because it was windy constantly. It was like going outside and it was like a hair dryer on you the whole day. It was awful. When I moved to Wyoming, people asked, all right, what state that was in? That's so funny. I had to yeah, I'm the same way. I'm geographically illiterate. So they actually they would say in Missouri, they say, where are you from? I say California, and they'd say the state. Missouri is notorious for naming their towns after states and countries. It's not Milan, by the way. It's Milan. Because it's Missouri. But there's a California. So you just say, I'm from California. The state? Yes. Do you know any celebrities? Like, you just have no idea. They think there's a celebrity in every neighborhood. In every neighborhood, there's a celebrity. One of the ways I became an outdoor freak was when I went to, and I know this sounds so bougie, but I went to Apollo High School. Coach Lopez was there. I played basketball 4 years. And I was on the team. And we went to Pepperdine basketball camp in Malibu, California, every year because his son, Damon, played basketball for Pepperdine. So we went to their camp. And a lot of it, we were playing outdoors in Malibu. And prior to that, you understand, I was from here in Arizona. I was a gym rat. I mean, we were in the gym year round. We played in 4 or 5 leagues every year. And one of those was our schools was the AIA high school basketball league. The rest of them were leagues we got involved in because we didn't want to get out of the gym. We played and played and played. And we went out to these outdoor basketball courts in Malibu. This is where they did a lot of White Man Can't Jump. That's where Woody Harrelson actually practiced for his role in White Man Can't Jump. I know that because Coach Lopez's son, Damon, actually had a bet with him, a one-on-one bet with him. He won. Woody took him to lunch. And he said, yeah, that guy's not acting. Just that's who he is. Anyway, but it was absolutely beautiful and amazing. Malibu obviously is burned to the ground and probably won't be rebuilt until it's owned by BlackRock. I don't know. Anyway, again, we're not going to talk politics. But check this out. I was talking to Queen Bee about this the other night. Because they had from where we played in the outdoor basketball courts and then the gym, and then they had this big field where, it's Malibu. So it was probably their polo ground or lacrosse or something, bougie like that. But then you went to these stairs, then the stairs took you up to the dorms. And we counted them. There was 118 steps straight up. That's why I got to the story. So straight up. And it was grueling. After you played 3-4 games, full court, full basketball games in a day, walking up those, you were dead. I mean, that's by design. They don't want us out, doing high school kid things in the dorms in Pepperdine. We woke up one morning and there was the road to get to the steps was blocked off. And we see these 2 motorcycles pull up. and one that's all blacked out. A woman gets off of the back of the one of the motorcycles. They park, and then there's some stretching involved, and so we're just wondering what the hell's going on. We're watching over dorm windows, watching something, and then the female and one of the guards ran to the bottom of the steps. The guard stayed down at the bottom, and then she started to run up and down the steps. And we're like, we're just so amazed because we all hate those steps, and they're absolutely horrible. It was Madonna. Yeah. How cool is that? As a high school kid, like, huh. wow. I mean, that's the biggest celebrity you're going to see. Now, Madonna's gross, man. Not like, like that. You're just like, whoa, damn, it's Madonna. Yeah, but anyway, I fell in love with being outside. I was like, why do we need to be in a gym all the time? This is it. Getting out to the beach. And then where I was absolutely drawn to the outdoors was when we were deep sea fishing for the first time. I was done. Absolutely done. If anybody wants to go deep sea fishing, holla at your boy. I'd absolutely love that noise. I need to get out there so bad. Right out of San Diego. If you're listening and this is your handle, Zeke's Bit, ZeeKsBit. If that's your handle, please message me. I want to do some business with you because you have, I don't know if it's your charter or I follow you and you're always on fish and you have a couple of charters in your, what do you call the thing? Link in bio. There you go. In your bio, you have a couple of those. So if you hear this, holla at your boy. I'll message you as well because I want to get out there and find the best time to get out there. Right. Gen X was always told to go outside. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was a gym rat, I mean, we played irrigation football. That's why all of us survived COVID. If you don't know what irrigation football is, that is the ultimate of getting outdoors. You would think, a nice hunt in Montana or a moose hunt in Alaska. No, the ultimate in getting outdoors is irrigation football. If you notice around town, sometimes you'll drive by a park and it's flooded. They're irrigating the fields, obviously. That water is bad water. That's gross water. That's reclaimed water. And reclaimed means exactly what you think it means. About shin to knee deep, depending on when you catch it doing its thing. We'd play football as kids. We are immune to every. I'm telling you. Once the boomers drop, and I'm not kidding. Once the boomers drop, is like I'm going to say that like cancer deaths and serious disease deaths are going to go down. Gen X is just going to be there fighting. So we have what? What are you gonna do? Come at us? I had COVID like 3 times. Whatever. Yeah. Irrigation football. That's why I can you imagine what my body had to go through? Getting tackled in reclaimed water and tackling in reclaimed water. Oh. You once explored the sewer system in Denver? Okay, you win. Because at least the reclaimed water is treated, filtered, I think. But oh my God, the sewer system? Whoo. I can only imagine. I mean, I guess there's a time where you're down there, you just get nose deaf, Nose blind, nose deaf. What do you call it? Nose blind or no deaf? Beans is up. She's not in this office today. Nose deaf, nose blind. Anyway, you just stop smelling. It just becomes normal. But I think that's after gagging and vomiting. Speaking of that, totally unrelated. We were legit in city streets. That's wild. I can't believe that, dude. I cannot believe that. I forgot I got to do that. Oh yeah, see, look at that. Yeah. And you say you were just, you're legit under the city streets. That's crazy to me. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, totally unrelated. I saw the movie Obsession last night. It was Queen Bee's daughter's birthday. She got to pick a movie, and holy absolute hell. No. Ain't no need for you to see that. Obsession. Apparently it's made on like a $1 million budget, and it's like the highest grossing suspense something in the history of somethings. Okay. Crazy. Dude makes a wish for a girl to love him more than anything in the world, and it's just this wild obsession. Wow. Nope. That's not how we're gonna do it. All right, so here's what we're doing. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna wrap this up. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to load a video for Monday. Just a video, just some, whatever. Check it out. Got thumbnails and everything all dialed in. Friday, same. Wednesday, we're gonna play with this as far as the time goes. And next week, we're gonna try it at 5:30. See if we can get a few more peeps in. Might up it to 6. We don't know, but we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna make a show. That was meant to rhyme. Both my rhymes and my puns are intended. Please, if you're on YouTube, get over to, if you're on the YouTube, there you go. Get over to @0%InterestNA and check out our beer reviews. I promise I'll stop talking about baseball on this. I got some good, fun stories after I just couldn't stop talking about baseball. That's right. Yeah. So, yes, Rhonda, great to chat with you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank all of you for hanging out. And what I will do is try it at 5:30. I'll send you some warnings. 5:30, we're going to do it, and we'll make it happen. All right, guys? Well, I appreciate you hanging out, and we will be back on Wednesday at 5:30. But check out the video on Monday, which will get launched at some time. I don't know, but we're gonna do it then. All right, y'all. It's the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors. This beautiful outdoor playground of state, nation, and world that we live in. Thanks, everybody.